everybody, this is Kelly from Four Horsemen Media tonight. I'm here with Shaman's Harvest. We are in Madison, Alabama at 11th Frame. Y'all introduce yourselves.
Hey, how you guys doing?
This my name's Nate.
And I'm Josh.
And I'm Fisher.
And we are Shaman's Harvest.
The important ones, anyways.
Now, y'all are from Jefferson City, Missouri.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, how long does it take to get here?
Oh, shit.
Drive straight through, probably be about 10 hours.
Yeah, something like that. Y'all come visit us.
I went to St. Louis before. That's as far up that way
Yeah?
as I've gotten up there, yeah.
That's an alright place to be.
We came from Memphis last night, so we don't really know how far it is from Jeff City to here.
Y'all had fun there.
Yeah, we did.
Now, tell me how did y'all come up with the name Shaman's Harvest? Where did it come from?
We were kicking around ideas, and all of them were pretty terrible. And my mama, she was like, what about Shaman's Harvest? And I wasn't really sold on it, neither was anybody else, but she was mama, so we went with Shaman's Harvest. We've been calling ourselves ever since Shaman's Harvest, and we tried to change it about 8 times, but every time we do it, nobody knows who the hell we are, so we got to start all over again. So,
And y'all been doing this a
Shaman's
while.
Harvest. Yeah, 18 years.
It's to us, music is kind of a spiritual thing, and that's kind of what the shaman is to a lot of people, and a spiritual healer, and so it kind of fits on our outlook on music and life and all that stuff, and so it's also just something that we've kind of grown into. But yeah, thanks Cindy for naming the band all those years ago.
There you go. Saved y'all from having to come up with
That's
it.
right.
Now, your last album, y'all put it out after being on a 3-year hiatus, basically.
Yeah.
Smoking Hearts, Broken Guns. And during that 3-year hiatus, y'all had several things come up. You battled throat cancer.
Yeah, that was a hoot and a half. Yeah, no, I mean, nothing like that ever comes at the best of opportunity, best of times, and it definitely made the writing and the recording of the record a little slower, so that took a little more time, and I had to get healthy enough to be able to do more than 2 shows without getting too fatigued, from the treatments and stuff. So, we all just decided to take a hiatus and continue with making the record and try to get all that out of the way, and hopefully that, in the hopes that whenever we were time to tour, everybody's good to go and no issues. And that's which is where we're at now.
Well, and it did kind of make the recording process a little more convoluted than what it needed to be, but at the same time, it also made it that much more meaningful. That it really brought us close together, and really, the emotion came across in the songs and kind of what the subject matter was about.
And it just kind of made you fight harder to get it over with.
Yeah. Well, what was great about it was, the focus was we were able to put focus on the record, and not so much on just being sick all the time and not feeling good, and the fact that you got cancer, that's a terrible thing to hear, So yeah, there you go, fuck cancer.
That's right.
So this is something to do, instead of just laying in bed all day and going to your treatment, going back, and
Exactly.
sitting around with your thumb on the grass.
And are you totally in remission?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, as far as I know, last time I got checked out, I was good to go.
good to go?
Yeah.
All right, y'all had several songs that were picked for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
How did they approach y'all for those?
Well, the way that works is they liked the sound that we had, but they had those are their songs, so we just performed them, and they give us.
Their staff writer, Jim Johnson, he writes 99% of all the music that they do.
Yeah.
And so
What they'll do is they'll go find bands like us that they like the sound, and then they'll give them other bands got those songs too that we recorded, and he'll have several bands recording with whoever he liked that did it the best, and that's usually I think what he picks and puts out there. None of us knew what to think of it at first. When we got it, we were like, "Is this gonna be?"
They're normally really rough demos, like really rough,
Yeah,
like something you could just do on your phone. In
Yeah.
5
a drum
minutes.
machine and a shitty sound on an electric guitar. It's not even an electric guitar.
Yeah.
I
We didn't know
like
what to
it
think
though,
when we first
because
got one.
we build a relationship with them, you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And so from after that first one, you know, it's, you know, then the next one comes, and then there's not like 5 bands in the
Yeah.
running for the song.
Yeah.
They just they call you and say, hey man, do this real quick. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
And then we send it to them, and you know, the rest is history. We got a lot of attention based off of it,
Yeah.
so that was great, you know, to bring attention to our music. But we get there's those WWE fans, man. They're a different bunch.
And they're hardcore. They want that music. They want it now, and we can't.
Yeah.
We cannot give it to them.
Every
because
day.
It's
Every day we get.
it's
We get
property
about
of the WWE.
200 messages a day on the Facebooks. Like,
Wow.
when are you gonna release this? And man, we can't do that.
You're
But
losing sales. No,
Yeah.
we're not. The WWE.
WWE's losing
Yeah,
sales, man. I'm sure they're all right.
But
So.
thank you for telling me that. You know, it's really cool to be a part of it, and you know, hell, who would like to hear your performance on TV? You know, twice a
Exactly.
week. And I know it's a pretty cool relationship we got going with them. I hope we work with them more, and we've recorded more songs than they've released. So
Okay.
you never know when they
Yeah,
end
they
up
don't-
releasing.
Yeah, they don't tell us.
So
It just
they
happens.
hold on to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
you
don't-
can't do anything with them
Yeah,
until
they don't tell us what they're doing or when it's happening or
All of a
if they're there or
sudden-
not.
All of a sudden, we'll wake up one morning and get on our social media and like, oh, the WWE must have released that song we recorded 3 years ago. You know, so it's really strange, but no,
It
that's-
always comes at the right time too, like right when we're like, you know, getting the tour's gonna be over and we gotta figure out what the next tour's gonna come. They're like, hey, kick it on.
Yep.
Now, y'all have a lot of blues in your music.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite? Do you have a favorite blues artist or influence in your music, or
One of my favorite blues voices is Howlin' Wolf. I just think that's like the most. You can't not listen to Howlin' Wolf and just feel like a badass. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like no matter what you're doing, you're gonna do it like a bad. If you're playing pool, you're gonna play pool like a badass. If you're walking down the street, you're just gonna start walking like a badass. You know what I mean? And Howlin' Wolf is he's got that. You know, especially like Smokestack Lighting or something like that, man.
yeah?
That's good stuff. Good, you know, guitar. You know, Muddy Waters with that Chicago sound. This was what we were just talking about.
But I mean, you can't leave Steve Ray Vaughan out of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how this band first formed when we were kids. Is that's what the music we were covering. So it was a natural thing when we started writing music. I think because we were already covering all those guys as kids together. So
Those are the chops we learned. So naturally, it's just going to go into our, you know, our music.
Awesome. Now you've been touring constantly, basically. I mean, constantly.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all get off tour and you get a breather to go home, what's the first thing you do when you go home?
turn my phone off.
Yeah, do that. You sit in
Man,
your
I take
chair.
a shower. I take the most glorious 2.5 hour shower. The water it's not even hot no more. I don't care. It's just running on top of me. It's not because usually when you're on the road, just, you know,
It's hurry, go, go.
yeah, it's
go.
hurry, go. You're like, you might be able to get like a Clorox wipe and wipe yourself down. That's about it. Man, that shower though, man, it's like going to heaven.
What's the longest y'all went without showers? Because I know it's like you
month
hit
of May,
this.
I went the entire month of May without a shower. It rained a couple times. I got wet. But I had a shower.
Yeah, this rig here was not a pleasant place to be. Let me tell you, the month of May.
Yeah, we didn't have very many days off that month.
Yeah,
It was go. It was 6 days, 7 days a week easy.
man, I'll jump in a puddle. I can't go too long, man.
Oh yeah,
ain't nobody gonna
it
let
was,
me go too long.
You know, every once in a while there was a swimming pool that I
Yeah.
get in. So that I just counted that towards my cleanliness for that week.
Now what about like Rocklahoma? Who is the muddy disaster?
Oh God, man, I felt bad for all those fans. We were lucky because, you know, the backstage area, while it's muddy, you know, it's not, you're not walling it like an old sow, you know, like those kids, man. And the bad thing is, they don't even realize that wasn't even just mud. I mean,
No.
those were porta potties
Yeah.
overflowing.
Oh,
That
it was
was people
nasty.
dumping their RVs into it.
It was funny in the mosh pits. You'd see two dudes trying to run at each other, you know, trying to,
Yeah.
see who's going to knock each other down, but they couldn't get they'd both fall before they could actually hit
like
each
a
other.
cartoon,
Yeah,
man.
it
Their
was.
legs would get
It
going.
was. It was funny.
Oh, those poor
But
people.
we had decided before the show that, you know, if all these people were going to stand out in those weather conditions like that, that we, you know,
play in the rain. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
take
were
the
gonna-
risk of like getting.
strap up to a bunch of electrical equipment and stand in the water with them, So.
Little lightning rods on.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There you
So
go.
it was a good experience, and then probably the highlight of at least that day we played was we ended up going back side stage during Break Benjamin's set, and they just had a phenomenal set that night.
Yeah, what's great about that band is their fans know literally every
word.
single word to every single song. Ben doesn't even have to sing, man. It's just 20,000 people at the top of the lungs.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Now, would that be listed as your most disastrous show, or
Oh,
is there
No.
What?
We had
your top disastrous
So
show?
many I can't remember.
I mean, it might be in the top 20.
Yeah.
I think Rock on the Range was top 20 this year.
Yeah.
Nobody knew it.
Oh yeah.
Nobody knew what was
None of
happening
our
to us.
stuff worked at Rock on the Range. Yeah, that's our them there. You're on video
Yeah.
camera there, asshole. Anyway, yeah, Rock on the Range. None of our stuff worked. Like our click track went out, our in-ears went out, everything went out.
Yeah, it was scramble.
And we only had a 25-minute set, so it's like you don't have much time to recover whenever stuff is going wrong.
Yeah.
It's like by the time you get it figured out, you're done.
Exactly.
And but luckily we've done it enough years that we like to think of ourselves as the kings of bullshit because we can pretty much make it through any of those storms that we come across.
Yeah. Rockfest, like what was that? 5 years ago.
Oh,
in
Kansas City, that was even worse than
there was no cover. The cover was off on our stage, it blown off or something, and it was torrential downpour on top of
sideways rain.
And we were
for a week. We were dumping out our guitars and everything, trying to drive.
and then we got our trailer, and we were getting to go home. At first, we were in Kansas City. We were going home that day. Couldn't wait to get home. We'd been out for a long time, and we ended up getting our fucking trailer stuck in the mud that day, and had to wait 3 hours to get hauled out. And we're all just wanting to get home. So
Yeah. And we were in a van and trailer back then too for like 10 months straight. Brutal.
8 dudes in a van and trailer,
Yeah.
10 months straight.
Yeah. Taco Bell was our
Occasional
favorite place.
showers.
Yeah, occasional showers.
Lots of Taco Bell.
Now you got to play Pushing Shop.
Oh yeah,
Usually that's like a top place for everybody to play.
absolutely.
Love it.
Is that one of your most favorite venues? Was it the most favorite venue, or
It's definitely our favorite club venue, man, to play, small club venue. It's just good people, those people.
From the staff to Kevin, the owner, they're
we
just
got
top notch.
Yeah.
And they do it. They're not in bed with Live Nation, or they're not in bed with the corporations. I mean, he's just doing it himself. He's completely independent. He kind of has that hard nosed Detroit mentality that it's like, no, I'm not doing it your way. I'm doing it my way. And
We respect that.
yeah,
Every-
absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Every-
he
every-
seems to be good because everybody wants to play there.
every night he's got somebody great in there.
Yeah, it becomes like a family, that whole Flint crew, man. They're like family to us and many other bands.
Yeah, we actually took it 5 days ago. We took a day off in Flint. Took us
Just
5
to
days to
hang out.
recover after taking that day
I'm
off.
still not recovered, man.
Yeah.
But hung out with some guys, people from the station and people from the venue and stuff went out that night.
And it really is.
We knew it was a bad idea when we stopped. We would say, "It's going to be a bad
people.
night."
It's just good people, and every once in a while you got to find those little nests of good people across the country that you can hang out with and
Yeah.
rejuvenate with.
Now, you're a soccer coach,
Yeah, coach soccer.
20 years.
I've been
How'd you
coaching
get
for a
into
long
that?
time. I
She
started
did her homework now.
I started playing. I played soccer growing up in high school and put my way through college playing soccer, and then I kind of walked away from it for several years until I had my first son. And by the time he was 4, I was like, I'm gonna play soccer. And so it just kind of started out coaching Y recreational soccer, and as he got more into it, we started going the competitive route. And next thing you know, I'm coaching 5 or 6 teams, 3 different age groups, and traveling across the Midwest, taking them everywhere. And just this crazy long-haired soccer coach. And I love the game. And it's really been something I've been proud to pass down to my 3 sons, and they all love it. So it makes it easy for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do the soccer coaching thing briefly, but
Cool.
I'm more of a football mama. You know, you
There
get
you
in
go.
trouble for yelling at the kids.
Yeah,
You know, in
yeah.
soccer, you have to be positive. And,
Yeah.
No, not on
I'm
my
yelling at
teams,
the kids,
no.
knock a snot bubble. You know, stuff for football. You know, and they frown upon that in soccer where I'm from.
Yeah. Not my teams.
Yeah, not everybody gets trophies on Josh's teams.
No.
Any albums in the works? I know you just released that last one.
Yeah,
2014. You got-
we're you know, anytime we have downtime, we try to come up with ideas, and I mean this is all I consider. Any time between records is pre-production. So just sitting around, and you get a thought in your head and pops in, or even a rhythm, just a beat, anything, and I'm not. It's hard to tell what the next direction of the record's going to be. The next record's going to be until we just get in the studio and just start going with it, because the songs change so much from the first concept to the end result. And which is like the beauty of it. That's the art form in recording is just being able to accept how the song, let it naturally, organically change to what it is.
And we learned a lot in this last recording just because that's how we recorded it. And we'd never done a recording like that before.
Mhm.
Or before, we would spend a year nitpicking every single song.
Or years.
And by the time you recorded it, it lost the life that it had that made you want to play it to begin with. And
Yeah.
so, finding that spontaneity and that creativeness just like that. And then it gets recorded while it's all still there. And it's a special moment when it happens.
It becomes more important to capture the energy in the song, as opposed to, well, okay, here's a really difficult part. There's really nothing difficult to play or sing on this record, but that it was about the songs as a whole, not these moments of, we'll just shred as fast as we can possibly shred, and we'll do double kick as fast as we can possibly go. That's cool and all, but it just didn't, it wasn't where we were at for this record.
Yeah.
And probably
Probably not the next.
Probably not the next.
We'll see.
And
Who knows? We might do a death metal record next time.
Probably will.
We'll
Now that
keep
we
it
said
open.
that.
Hey,
That's
there
one
you
thing we
go.
have.
Hey, death metal
There you
blues.
go.
Death metal blues, yeah. All right, it's
What
like
kind of
when,
band y'all, man? Oh man, what's that death metal blues, baby?
what's that heavy metal band on Cartoon Network?
Metal
Metalocalypse or whatever.
Yeah.
You ever see that episode whenever they went to Mississippi to go find the blues?
No, I haven't seen
They
that.
put cinder blocks on their hands, make them play slower.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That boy got the blues. That's it.
You have a gun case company. How did that get started? Smoking Ace. What's Smoking Ace Case Company?
I started building music cases for the fact that I got sick of paying the prices that we had to pay for the cases we had to buy for those bands. And I started building music cases, and I just came up with the idea that I saw that nobody in the world was building gun cases out of the material that musicians use to throw on planes and go around the
Yeah.
world with. So, just invented a smaller version of a music case that fits guns. Really had no idea that I had the senator of Missouri contact me. The NRA guys and stuff are really interested in getting behind it because nobody else is doing it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing. But it's kind of on hold right now because this is all taking off so much this summer. So maybe we get some time off this winter or something and go back after that avenue. So.
And you had an issue at the Capitol building.
No.
Your cases.
Yeah, I walked in. The senator invited us into he approves all the gun laws for the state of Missouri. Invited us in to show him the product.
Yeah.
And when I walked in the Capitol, nobody stopped us. Nobody said anything to us. I was like, fuck it. Walked in, got an elevator, went to the floor, went to his office, sat down in his office for an hour, gave him a case. We walked in with 2, we left with 1. When we were leaving, security came screaming at us and told us to drop the case, put the thing on the ground, and step back from it. And, I had no idea what the hell was going on. And, they'd been looking for like the last hour. They'd been searching the Capitol for 2 guys that had walked into gun cases, and
During session of all
yeah,
times.
I was like, well, that's pretty damn good security. I could
Wow.
have wiped out the whole floor by the
Exactly.
time they would have found us.
You'd have been gone.
Yeah.
Really gone.
But so yeah, then once they figured out, they asked me to open it, and they asked where the other one is. I said, what's in Senator Mudslinger's office? And they took off running. Half of them stayed with me, and they're like, you got to check in before you do that again. I was like, well, I walked right by you guys. You didn't stop me. Nobody wanted to mess with me, I guess. So I had a big 50, like a huge
Yeah.
one, and then I had a small one. I gave them the small one and kept it. So
Tell them about your
50
website, man. You got a
big
website?
yeah, I got a website up. It's smokingacecascompany.com, and you can find all that stuff on there. Hopefully, I'll be in full product within a year or something on them. So
For all your gun case needs.
That's right. That's right. Get you some.
All right, I know y'all gotta go. 'Cause you gotta go do your meet and greet.
yeah, that's
Well,
right.
thank y'all very
That
much
was a
for
pleasure
sitting. I'm
talking to
looking
you.
for the show. Looking forward to it.
If there's anything that you didn't ask, you want to ask, we can do it after the
Yeah,
show
we'll
or
do
whatever.
the station line and that, but we'll let
All
y'all go and do your
Cool.
thing.
All right.
Cool.
Thank y'all.
All right,
Thank you,
Kelly.
thank you, thank you.
Pleasure,
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
She had a